factorization. In this lesson, we will learn about factorizing. And in algebra, factorizing is actually the opposite of expansion. And we know that expansion basically was to get rid of the brackets. So in other words, when we are factorizing, we're doing the opposite. We are putting everything back into the brackets out of which they may have come from. So in factorizing, we look to see for common factors in every term, which is going to be the term outside of the bracket. So let me show you by way of demonstration. So we start off with the coefficient, the number, okay? So 6 here and 9 here, we look for common factors. So we know that 3 can go into both of them. So 3 will be a common factor. And then we look at the letters to see if they have anything in common. In this case, they don't have anything in common. Then we open our bracket. We basically simply ask ourselves, what are we going to multiply by 3 to give us back what is out here? So 3 times 2 will give us back the 6, and the t comes there. And then we're going to ask ourselves 3 times what will give us back 9. That's 3, and the m comes behind it. And you can quickly check, because when you have factorized correctly, if you were to expand, you would get back what you had. And so in other words, 3 times 2t would give us back 6t, and 3 times 3m would give us back 9m. So you know you got it right. So here in the second example, we again look at the numbers first, the coefficients. We have 6 here, and we have 4 here, don't we? So what number can go into both of them? The largest number that can go into both of them is 2. And then we look at our letters, m, y, p, y. So we realize that they both have y in common, so that can also come out as our factor. Open a bracket. Then we think backwards. What can we multiply this by, the 2y, to give us back what we started with? So we get 3m. And then what can we multiply this by to give us back what we started with? It's going to be 2p. And like I said, a quick check. 2y times 3m would give us back our 6my. And 2y times 2p will give us back our 4py. And so no, we got it right. So for the last one, again, we look for the common factors in the numbers. So here in this case, 5 and 25, the largest number that can go into them, the highest common factor is 5. And then when we look at our letters, we have here k to the power of 2. We have here k to the power of 1, but we don't normally have the 1 written, but it's there invisibly. So we have k to the power of 1 together, k, just write k here. Open our bracket, and we think backwards. 5 times what will give us back k squared? Well, 5 times 1, so we don't have to write it. So k here, because k times k will give us our k squared. And then here, minus 5 times what will give us 25? 5. And then the k is already here. We only had 1 k, so we don't need to add another k here. And the test is always working backwards. So 5k times k will give us 5k squared, and 5k times 5, negative 5, will give us negative 25k. So if you understand that, have a go at some questions. That's the way you get good at it.